Hello. I was just finishing up a picture. Just something me and my friend Darrow were talking about concerning the new Ninjago series. I love drawing. And learning to draw minifigs has helped me a lot with my movies because I can not only design custom, I guess you could say, trailer pictures for them, like with Indiana Jones. They have the little collages. I can do those with Johnny Thunder. Plus, I can storyboard. So why don't we take a few minutes and I'll show you how I draw a minifig. Get a new sheet of paper for you. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you have everything that you need. Now if you're not going to color the pictures, and I'm not going to color them for you, you want a nice sharp pencil, a big eraser, a good pen for doodling with. I recommend ones with the ones with a little uni ball at the end, because those make real nice thick lines, so they're good for shading in black. And especially if you're new, I highly recommend whiteout. So getting started, first going to show you how to simply draw a minifig facing you. So you want to start just sketching, just very lightly sketching out the outline. You want to draw a square with rounded angles. And I'm going to be drawing Johnny for you guys, since Johnny's my #1 minifig. And from the center of the top of his head, I want to draw a straight line going down as far, and you want it to go as far as you want the legs to go. So it's going to be a fairly long line. Just the camera for you there. Oh, don't. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay. You want to draw a small rectangle for the neck. And again, you want to make this very light because you are going to erase this and you don't want a bunch of ugly pencil marks going with all your pen marks. And then from the rectangle, I'm going to draw another rectangle going straight down to the bottom of your line. And if it's not completely straight, don't worry. You mostly need it to be straight when you're penning it. And sort of you want to find the center of the rectangle, and then go a little bit lower than the center. Draw a line straight across. And that'll separate your torso, as it's called. It's the chest and arms area from your legs. And at the legs, I'm going to draw another line across. Create the feet. And at the torso line, you want to draw 2 C's. And they want to be sort of bubbly. These will be your hands. And then draw 2 lines connecting them. There are your arms. Now at the top, you want to draw some guidelines. So you want to draw a hair or hat line towards the top. Want to draw a line where his eyes will be. His eyebrows will go in between. If you're drawing a minifig with facial hair, I highly recommend you draw a line to guide where that is, and draw a line to guide the mouth. Okay, now we get to actually start drawing him. And with minifigs, you want to draw from the top down, basically. So with Johnny, we're going to start with drawing his hat. And with hat and hair, you want to make sure that it ends roughly around where his head begins. as you can see there and there. And already I'm going to need some whiteout, because I don't claim to be perfect at this. The whiteout I have is pretty thick, so it takes me a minute to get it thin enough to use. Okay, so we've drawn his hat. Now we want to draw in his eyes, which are just 2 black circles. I want to draw his eyebrows because minifigs tend to have a lot of expression. Draw his mustache and his mouth. You want to go along the edges of the bottom and the sides of your square. Do not do it to the top, or else you're going to mess up your hat or hair if you're drawing a minifig with hair. Draw in any extra features that your minifig might have. For example, Johnny has his, I guess they're sideburns. I've never really stopped to think what exactly they are, except for part of his head. I don't claim to be the expert of male hair, fashion, whatever. Okay, now very important, because I actually forget to do this myself. You're going to want to outline these, because otherwise when you erase your pencil marks, you're just going to have a head floating above your torso. I have done that and it looks weird. So now you want to do the torso. And you just want to start with going along the edges. And then you want to fill in the torso with any details that it has. For Johnny, we need to draw in his bandana, make the V-neck of his shirt, make the edges, finish off his collar, and there's Johnny's shirt. Now, with the pants, it's fairly simple because most pants are just solid colors. So you just want to outline them. And you want to outline the middle this time. You don't always want to with, of course, the head and with times the torso. But you always want to do it with the legs, because otherwise they're not going to turn out right. Okay, so back up a bit and erase all your pencil lines. And you can see there's a pencil line that I missed. This is why I said you want a big eraser, because drawing these takes a lot of erasing. And perfect minifig. And you can make him have a little caption. With captions, I highly recommend that you write in the words before you draw in the voice bubble, because otherwise you'll be squeezing for space. Voila! And once you start practicing that a bit, you can try drawing them at different angles. I'll show you how to draw them at a different angle in a second. And you'll also be able to experiment with making their arms and hands move. And I'm going to tell you a quick trick about their hands. This is something you can do just anytime you're bored, really. anytime you're bored, just try doing things with your hand. Sorry, laptop went weird for a minute. Just try doing things with your hands like this. You can find you can do quite a few things. You can get a drink. You can comb your hair. You can put on a pair of glasses. I'm not going to keep these on because I got my contacts in. You can take a picture. You can read a book. So just practice with those and watch your hand shapes, because even though you can't move these fingers, you can still move your hand like this, and that's how minifigs do it. By the way, this is a pointing minifig. I know that's one a lot of people have trouble with. So, a little trick for drawing hands in different positions. You can see with my picture above, before, I had to draw Zane from the Ninjago series holding a tray and Jay covering his mouth. So we had hands that were going like this, and we had hands that were holding a tray. So now I'm going to show you how to draw them at an angle. For the sake of saving paper, I'm just going to draw this below my picture of Jay and Zane. And okay, so you're going to want all the same supplies. Your whiteout pen, pencil, and eraser. And you're going to want to start the same way. You're going to want to start with your pencil and draw a rounded square. Draw the line going down. Except with the line, you're going to want it curved a little bit around the head. You'll see why in a minute. Drawing the neck. Now, we're going to draw the square, but then after we draw the square, things are going to change a little bit. Okay, we are going to draw a line going down here. And then we're going to draw the line across. We're going to draw a square coming out here, and a square coming out across here. And these are going to form your feet. You still want to draw the little semicircle, but you want to do it here. Do not do it on the other side unless they are extending their hand, because otherwise it just looks a little weird. Draw the arm coming up, and that was very skinny arm, which is, I find, a common problem. And you want to still draw your guidelines for your head. By the way, for this one I'm going to draw Cam, because she's my number 2 girl. Alright, and you're ready to get started. So as you can see, the big difference is this line is the side of your, shows the side of your minifig. And you'll see what happens when you ink it. So again, you want to start with your head. With hair, you want to really make sure that in the front it doesn't go below the line. And as you can see, the line is curved because you want something on each side. And if you do the middle, they'd just be facing you. Do it here, and they're looking to the side, as you'll see. So draw her hair. I prefer to keep Cam's hair short, but I've seen her hair drawn different ways by different people, so I'll leave that up to your discretion. Draw down below. Add in her eyes. You want to keep them roughly the same distance from the line apart. Her eyebrows. You don't need any facial hair. She's female. You can draw her mouth, which is, you start like a heart, add a few little things coming out, connect it at the bottom. Draw her glasses. And I messed up a little bit in her hair. Hang on. This is why you're definitely going to want whiteout, because mistakes do happen. I've been drawing minifigs since middle school, and I still have this happen. Make sure that the hair is very thin, almost touching the other line when you're drawing it. That's better. Connect your glasses. Okay, now remember to draw the lines for her neck, because otherwise she ends up looking really weird. Then you want to do her arm first this time, because her arm is going to be facing us. And then you can outline her torso like this. Draw the Alpha Team logo, which I know Cam was gone by the time they added this, but I prefer drawing this simply because it makes them more uniform and it's much easier to draw. Then you want to draw her belt at the bottom, and watch carefully with your legs, because you mess this up, you mess up her legs. You want to draw down, but don't draw all the way down. Stop here and go across, go down, across, back up. Then you want to outline this rectangle and outline this line and this line. Okay, now once again we start erasing. And you have, oh, I almost forgot that you also need to draw a line right here, just a few centimeters away from your leg line. Sorry about that. And you have Cam, or whatever minifig that you drew to the side. And again, once you master drawing this, you can master drawing an arm. I'm just going to give her a quick caption, because I like to make minifigs talk. And, yep. So, that's how I draw a minifig. And hopefully those of you who want to try your hand at making storyboards or comics can find some use in how to draw them. So, stay strong, do your best, be yourself, and hang on tight. Things are always better in the end, and if they aren't better, it's not the end. Later!